be Sunday. I think it's Sunday. So I made it to Encarnacion, Paraguay. Thank you for waiting 3 months for me to make another video. The reason why I haven't been making content is because I stopped traveling. And as you can see, this is a park, but this is really cool. When I was a kid, this would have been my favorite thing in the world. Look at this. I mean, it is a janky skate park, right? Like, I wouldn't want to do this without some sort of pads, helmets for sure. You'd be a madman if you wanted to do this right now on your own. But like, can you imagine just dropping in on this? You know what I mean? But yeah, wow. This skate park, I mean, for Latin America, I've seen one, I think, in Buenos Aires. But for Latin America, this is pretty sick. By the way, I know that I don't have content on Buenos Aires on my YouTube channel, but if you look on my Facebook page, I actually do have 2 vlogs on the time I spent in Buenos Aires this time last year. I'll drop the links in the description below. I had a really cool stint in Buenos Aires for 5 months of my life. 4 months the first time and 1 month the second time. And yeah, I love Argentina. And it's fitting that I came all the way out here to Encarnacion because I can see Argentina from my house. I told a lot of people I was coming to Encarnacion and they said it's boring. And so far, it's lived up to the hype. And I don't even have a problem with that. Last night I went to this sushi place called Hiroshima. And I had this ikura salmon rice bowl. It was amazing. I'll put the video in here or here, depending on how it makes sense. But I'm from Torrance, California. We have some of the best Japanese food in the world outside of Japan. And the ikura salmon bowl I had last night made me want to cry almost. It was just so good. It reminded me of home. And then I walked around this main plaza and I found a Japanese garden, which is funny because I found one in Buenos Aires. And I think I found one in Lima as well. Yeah, I did find one in Lima. I remember the vlog. And I told my dad about it, and he said, that makes sense. They have a Japanese consulate here. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I guess there's a lot of good Japanese stuff in Encarnacion. Last night when I was walking around the city, it was pretty dead. All the stores had lights on, but no one was inside. It was closed. So a lot of the streets, well, it was pretty mixed actually. Some of the streets were pitch black, some of them had good lighting, but overall it seemed like a pretty safe place. The roads are not the best. Neither are the sidewalks. I would say it's a little bit better than Asunción, just for walking around. You know what's funny? You see what they're doing is with the suitcases. That was me when I first got here. I just want to turn this around because we made it. Shopping Costanera and the Venu Tower. Just like Asunción, these buildings are the hub of capitalism in this city. And hopefully it doesn't get too loud. I might have to redo this. But yeah, I'll show you the Costanera one more time for now, and then I will show you inside of Shopping Costanera. That, all of that is Argentina. It's Posadas. You gotta take that bridge over there to get to it. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. No. I found out why I couldn't find any videos on Shopping Costanera or Costanera Shopping on YouTube. That's because the moment They saw me walking around with my extended arm GoPro. Security guard came up to shut that down almost immediately. So I was able to get some video content of the terrace. I think if I want to get some good content on Costanera shopping, I have to sneak this thing in. I don't know if I'm planning on coming back to this city to live long term ever again after this. Not because I don't like it, but because I just don't really see the point. I would need a reason to be here as opposed to any other place in the world. And from my current standpoint, nothing is really drawing me here. I like it. It's interesting. It's been a good 36 hours. It's been a great 36 hours, but can't really make a huge assessment on the city based on that. The one thing I will say is they told me this place is way quieter. I am yet to experience that. Maybe that's because I live on the main highway and people just love revving their engines and whatnot, but that part does make it just about as loud as the neighborhood I was staying in Encarnacion. Oh wow, hey. Meow meow. Oh wow. Okay, that was cool. That's the bus stop I got dropped off at the middle of the night.
I had crazy hair when I was editing the video, had to get a haircut, and I'm back at this coffee shop. It's called Wapa. My daily ritual is drink the coffee and then go to the gym. And I think for a moment I'm gonna be able to get inside of the Smart Fit. I'll show you guys a little bit. It's chest that I'm gonna be doing some push, but the main thing is the view of the Smart Fit. This is definitely the coolest Smart Fit I've ever seen.
By the time I'm recording this voiceover, I've been living here for a little over 3 weeks, and it's long enough for the excitement of arriving somewhere new to wear off and for everyday life to start to take over. So instead of giving you a tourist's first impression, I want to tell you what it's actually like to spend a month here. Overall, I think Encarnacion is a beautiful city. It's clean, it's easy to get around, the waterfront is beautiful, and compared to a lot of South America, it feels very relaxed. But after living here for nearly a month, I also realized it's a city that's probably better suited for some other travelers rather than myself. The first thing I noticed was the cost of living. My rent is about the same as it is in Asuncion. Right now I'm paying $900 a month, and I don't cook very often, so all of my meals are coming from either restaurants or the food court, and I managed to keep my daily spending around 150,000 Guarani, which is roughly 25 USD. So if you're looking for somewhere to save money, control your expenses, Encarnacion definitely has that going for it. The second thing that you experience here is going to depend heavily on what time of year you visit, because right now it's the winter, so the city is kind of dead. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's worth knowing because if you're looking for the party, vacation vibes, that happens more in the summer. Typically you get tourists from Brazil, Argentina, and other parts of Paraguay coming down to enjoy the events and the festivities. During my stay though, it felt slow. Some of the people will absolutely love that, others won't. For me, after about 2 weeks, I started running out of things to do, and funny enough, a guy that I met in my building in Asuncion moved to my building in Encarnacion at the exact same time.
And this is the type of guy who likes to camp out in the woods and be away from people. So when he told me that this place is boring, it made me realize it's not just me, and maybe I shouldn't have booked an entire month here. Another challenge for me is the language. So I'm not the best Spanish speaker, and typically I stay in cities where I can find expat communities with other Westerners who speak English. This wasn't the place for that. English speakers were fewer and far in between than most places that I've visited, and when I did find someone who spoke English, the interaction stayed pretty surface level because it was clear that I'm only going to be here for a short period of time. And that's not a criticism on the city at all. It's just something worth noting if you're someone who doesn't speak Spanish fluently yet, because day-to-day life can become very isolating.
Another thing that surprised me was the noise, because before I got here, I was told that Encarnacion was much more quiet and peaceful than Asuncion. And maybe that's true depending on the time and depending on the day, but most of the time when I was walking down the street, I couldn't even use my headphones because there were so many motorcycles revving their engines. Sometimes there were modified exhausts, so the engines would rev even louder than they normally do, which created a lot of noise pollution. So that began to frustrate me over a period of time. And then I'll never forget the night that Paraguay won their first World Cup game. Between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., it was a caravan of cars going down the highway by my house, honking their horns, revving the engines, blasting JBL speakers out the windows. And when that happened, the speakers would echo from building to building. It was pretty much a 2-hour window where I couldn't go to sleep or watch TV if I tried. So I kind of was forced to participate in this celebration. And good for Paraguay. I'm happy they got to experience that, but that's just something worth noting in the culture over here. Looking back, my biggest mistake was booking this place for an entire month. If I could do it over again, I'd probably just do a weekend, maybe a week max. And that isn't because I dislike Encarnacion. It's just because I think this city shines as more of a place to slow down, enjoy the waterfront, and experience a different side of Paraguay.
But if you're a foodie, someone who likes nonstop entertainment, or a large international social community, this might not be the place for you. There's other cities you might want to check out. But if your goal is simply to relax, save money, work remotely, or experience one of Paraguay's nicer cities at a slower pace, then I absolutely understand why people would enjoy it here.
And even though I didn't have the time of my life, I don't regret my time here because I was able to provide this type of content for you, because this was the type of content I was looking for and I couldn't find it.
About to get on my bus. So happy right now. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I have another adventure coming for you in Posadas, Argentina. Until next time, peace.